Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's topic Decodified session. Today we are going to talk about I2U2 virtual summit which is going to be conducted tomorrow. We shall be discussing about this topic in the following sequence. First of all, we shall be looking at why it is in news. Thereafter, the key points related to this particular summit, followed by the prelims and mains based practice questions for you guys. But before that, I want you all to be aware about the Mains Age 2022 program wherein you can get help for polity, essay, public administration and ethics to improve your score in the upcoming mains examination. Do check out the details given over here and apply soon to avail the early bird discount. Now, we shall get back to our topic, why it is in news. So PM Modi is going to participate in the very first I2U2 India-Israel. These are two I's. So I2, UAE, US, two U's, so U2. I2U2 leaders virtual summit tomorrow. That is on Thursday, July 14, 2022. That is when this summit is going to be conducted. This is going to be a virtual summit, which means the leaders shall be interacting through video conferencing. Fine. Now the key points related to the same. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in the first I2U2 India, Israel, UAE, US leaders virtual summit tomorrow along with Prime Minister of Israel, Yair Lapid, President of UAE, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and President of USA, Joseph R. Biden. The I2U2 grouping was conceptualized during the meeting of the foreign ministers of four countries held on 18th of October 2021. So that is where the idea of I2U2 was mooted and now it is coming into reality. Fine. The leaders will discuss the possible joint projects within the framework of I2U2 as well as the other common areas of mutual interest to strengthen the economic partnership in trade and investment in the respective regions and even beyond that. These projects can serve as a model for economic cooperation and offer opportunities for business persons and workers. Because we know there is a lot of diaspora of India in the US as well as the Middle East and Central Asia. The I2U2 grouping was conceptualized during the meeting of foreign ministers of the four countries held on 18th October last year. Each country also has Sherpa level interactions regularly to discuss the possible areas of cooperation. I2U2 is aimed at encouraging joint investments in 6 mutually identified areas such as water, energy, transportation, space, health, and food security. Once again, please note, it's 6 mutually identified areas, namely water, energy, transportation, space, health, and food security. This could be a very important information from examination point of view. It intends to mobilize private sector, capital and expertise to help modernize the infrastructure and low carbon development pathways for the industries, improve public health and promote the development of critical, emerging and green technologies. So this particular venture is supposed to focus on the green aspect of economy. Fine. The summit is being held during Biden's visit to Israel as part of 4-day tour to West Asia. Besides the I2U2 summit, the US president will also participate in an in-person summit of the Gulf Cooperation Council GCC plus 3 in Jeddah, which will bring together leaders of Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE plus Iraq, Jordan, and Egypt. So this is GCC plus 3. The plus 3 here are Iraq, Jordan, and Egypt. Fine. And Gulf Cooperation Council will be Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE. Okay. While the global energy crisis caused by the conflict in Ukraine is set to feature in both the meetings, whether it be for the GCC plus 3 or this I2U2, the I2U2 summit is expected to give greater shape to the grouping's agenda that is focused on the economic cooperation and infrastructure projects. So for I2U2, the matter of focus is about economy, infrastructure. Fine. These countries have said there is no military angle to their cooperation and are pushing a constructive agenda focused on the economy, especially infrastructural projects. So there is going to be no military angle whatsoever as far as these four countries, that is India, Israel, UAE and USA are concerned. Former ambassador Zikrur Rahman, who did several stints in West Asia, said India will have an important role within the new groupings in efforts to deal with Iran, especially in view of good relations between New Delhi and Tehran. Tehran is capital of Iran, and India could be looked at as a mediator with respect to Iran for the world. Fine. The ambassador has further added that this is like a Quad for West Asia. However, we know that Quad is quite concerned with the military, and the leaders right now do not intend to do any such thing to I2U2. Fine. And I see a role for India as a facilitator and moderator in ensuring issues are resolved with Iran through wisdom and negotiations, he said. Again, emphasis on Iran as far as India's role is concerned, right? Now let us look at the prelims practice question. Which countries are going to be part of I2U2? Picks are going to be from amongst America, Brazil, Canada, France, India, Israel, UAE. And your options as far as the combinations are concerned are as follows. A, 1, 2, 3 and 4. B, 1, 5, 6 and 7. C, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And D, 1, 2, 6 and 7. Pick the correct option and write your answer in the comment box below. Fine. Now let us look at the mains practice question. The new global order poses a challenge for India to make its presence felt like an emerging power in the present global order. Discuss. You need to answer this particular question in 250 words and send it to us on WhatsApp to get it reviewed. This is it for today. I shall see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining in. Till then, take care and stay tuned.
So that's all for today. Stay connected for more such important videos.